piece from broken pieces. So now here I come off national television, saving the world. See, people are just upset now because of this economic crisis and stuff. Well, I'm talking 2001. Right. Yeah? And one day I was employed as a talk show host for Buena Vista, and the next day I wasn't. Now, can I tell you something? When you lose your job as a talk show host, you can't collect unemployment. Okay? You can't collect unemployment. They know you can't go down to the unemployment office. And they say, what? I was a talk show host. You can't collect unemployment. So on Friday, I was a Buena Vista talk show host making $1.7 million a year. And on Monday, I was unemployed. I don't think you'll get the profundity of what I just said. On Friday, now listen closely now. Listen closely. On Friday, okay? On Friday, the day after Thursday, okay? 2 days after Wednesday, I was a talk show host for Buena Vista, ABC, the television network, the people that bring you The View. Making $1.7 million. It was broken down into payments. Okay? It was broken down into payments. I don't want y'all to think that they had just gave me the $1.7 million. I had to earn it out over time. You understand? But wait a minute. Let me just back up. Let me backpedal a little bit. 15 years earlier, I was on welfare, living in the projects. It's Friday. I'm making $1.7 million. Do you know the level of brain fry that occurs from welfare in the projects to $1.7 million? I mean, really. With no preparation whatsoever. Because like on Monday, I was doing okay. I wasn't struggling or nothing, but I won't make it no $1.7 million. And then on Friday, I had the TV show making $1.7 million. Now it's Friday. I got the TV show. I'm making $1.7 million, right? It's Monday. I'm unemployed. Do you really understand the profundity of what I just said? So it kicked up all kinds of stuff. Now, I had been unemployed before. I know how to be unemployed. I know how to be poor. I know how to do that. I know how to make potato soup, lima beans with smoked turkey wings. I know how to take one box of Jiffy and make a whole pan of cornbread and you butter it on both sides. It's like corn toast. I know how to do all of that. You understand? I was still driving a Honda. I didn't have no furs, no diamonds, no nothing. But I was unemployed from being on national television. This is a problem. So I just had to take my little self somewhere and sit down and figure it all out. And what I discovered was that woman who was on welfare never believed that I deserved to be on television anyway. And she was best friends with the voices of the family members who told me I would never be anything. And how dare I outlive them? How dare I live beyond that pathology? How dare I live beyond that pattern? I had to blow my life up. When you live beyond where you believe you need to be, should be, can be, eventually you'll blow it up. Now it looks like, oh, they just canceled the contract. It looks like something is shifting. It looks like there's an economic downturn. But the reality is there's something in you, in us. When you live beyond where you think you should be, you're going to blow your life up. So I blew my life up. A blown up life is a good thing because you get to sift through the pieces. Because you know, some of us build this wonderful life up on broken, fragmented pieces, but we put a nice coat of paint on it, hang some pretty curtains, spray it, burn some incense, and paint a peace sign on it, and have everybody convinced it's okay. But if you walk up in there and you spend any time inside that structure, that life, that relationship, that job, you say, wait a minute, this is not what it appears to be. How many of us are walking around one way and we are not who we appear to be? But what I learned is that it wasn't conscious. It wasn't conscious. I wasn't trying to be a fraud. I wasn't trying to be somebody that I wasn't, but I was living out a pathology that I had inherited that I didn't even know about. I didn't even know about. Because I moved from experience to experience, situation to situation, relationship to relationship, man to man, job to job, whatever to whatever, without taking a breath, without looking back and saying, whew, now what was that? That was special. Woohoo! Until, you know, God loves us and life is just so wonderful that life will bring you what you need even though you don't know you need it. And you know, when it comes and you don't think you need it, it'll start whipping up on you and you're like, why am I going through this? You need it, baby. I don't need this. Yes, you do. Sit right down. You need it. You're going to go through this and you're going to come out better on the other side. No, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I can't take it. Well, just go on and die then. You go on and die and be resurrected. Go on. Life will always bring us what we need. And what it brought me was the end of a 37-year relationship. In and out, in and out, in and out, 37 years. Married it twice. You know, I was in special ed. I didn't get the lesson. You know, and here I come to graduation. My shoes is on the wrong feet. Shirt buttoned upside down. I come to graduate. You know, in special ed. Mm-hmm. But what I've learned is that when life removes something from you, it's not helpful to go chase it down and get it back. It's just not helpful. And it could be kind of dangerous too, you know, to go chase it down and get it back. Yeah, you know. And even if you don't chase it down, sometime it'll just show up again, you know? And we're thinking, oh, it must be mine, it came back. Oh, yes, it's for me, it came back. This is what I've learned. I want to spray it first. Let me see how you stand up under this. Uh-huh. Let me spray this thing and get the germs off it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. It went away and it came back. And I didn't spray it. Just took it in, dusted it off, called it something that it wasn't, you know. It's a funny thing about really wanting something, whether that thing is a dream or an experience or a person, really, really wanting it, and how you make up stories about what it would be like to have it. And those stories can become so pathological in your own thinking until when the thing shows up, you think it's what you thought it was, and you can't even see what it is. You gotta have some spray. You gotta have some show me your true color spray. Just spray it and see what happens. If it starts to shrink down, just run, scream and run. Or sweep it off your doorstep, you know. But it's really about just being clear about who you are and what matters to you and what you really want. And sometimes when we tell ourselves that we really want something and we really have to have something, even when that thing is hurting us or dishonoring us, we've convinced ourselves in this pathology that has created the disease in the first place, leads us into patterns of behavior that we will continue to hold on to this thing that's burning us, stinging us, dishonoring us, whatever it is.